Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. I'm frankly disgusted. I'm laughing, but I'm so freaking disgusted about all this. Anyway, post-market wrap-up on this Friday, September 1st, 2023. Let's start off with why really I'm disgusted and why you should be disgusted. So, I mean, we found out, I'm going to try to stay calm here. We found out right out of the mouth, the Bureau of Labor Statistics admitted that the numbers that we are getting fist fed via the mainstream propaganda ministry by President Imbecile today, they're fake. They have no bearing on reality. Okay, if you recall back in June when we got this tremendous jobs number, it was unbelievable. It was fantastic. We added 185,000, way more than anyone even thought. Well, these numbers were revised vastly lower. The real number that they're letting us know about is we only added 105,000, almost half. Let me ask you, where's the outcry? Where is the uproar? Today, we heard from our illustrious thing behind the Resolute desk touting today's job numbers. Today's jobs numbers are going to be revised again, vastly lower. Not only that, the unemployment rate has ticked up. But he's praising this. It's the greatest thing. It's the second coming. Oh, you know it is because it's telling you what it is. But sincerely, when do you see? Here's the issue. Okay, none of this is going to change. None of it. Okay, you and I are the exception to the rule. We are living in an environment of brain dead zombies who don't know who they are, what they're doing, or why they're doing it. That's the truth. More people becoming slaves to the system, dependency at an all-time record high, as people are deliberately by design being crushed, and they don't care. I mean, we're getting fake information repeatedly. Nobody's held to account at all. Nobody will be held to account at all. It's just going to be, it's just fun. Again, like today, for example, when Bidenstein, the mummy, was touting jobs numbers from today, why is it that he didn't say that the numbers from last month were revised basically in half? Can someone here please explain this to me? Because I need to know. Mummy's Steinomics. It's I can't look. Thank you for making me laugh. It's unbelievable. It really is. Anyway, so what do you think about these things? Anyway, a couple of things that we need to talk about before we go on to the market here. So you and I understand the importance of following the debt market, more specifically the 10-year yield. The 10-year yield is the benchmark. I've pushed this home for years and years and years and years, and we all know what we're looking at here. The debt market, we just found out, has done something it has never done before, ever. 3 years of losses, 3 consecutive years of losses for the 10-year yield. This is unprecedented. What does this tell us here? That the debt market time bomb, it's ticking faster. It's ticking louder. Thank you, Del. I appreciate that. This is you see, the issue is none of it at all. The lies, the distractions, the deceptions, the propaganda, the issues with the debt market and everything else. This is stuff that you and I have covered from years ago, and now we're seeing it right in our face. Excuse me. Oh, itchy nose. What does that mean? When you get into a fight, itchy nose, or is that itchy ears? I forget which one it is. Anyway. So for all of you here, Scott and Magic Mika and Lava and Alan Greenspan and Perry and Joe, everybody, this is no surprise. So, but again, I don't know. Do you believe that people are ever going to wake up? I don't know. I do believe that maybe there's more to this, but this quiet revolution that I want so badly to happen. Maybe I want it so badly that I'm envisioning that it's happening. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, year over year, deposits to these banks is down over $1 trillion. Okay, that says one thing. Yes, people are struggling. Yes, people can't make ends meet, and that definitely has to do with it. I mean, a lot of you have written to me about it and say, Greg, well, you know what, maybe this. And you're right. You're absolutely right. But it does also seem that people are pulling their cash. They're pulling their cash out of these institutions in record numbers. It can't just all be, or maybe it can, that people are just struggling and they got to siphon their accounts to make ends meet. I would like to believe, maybe because I'm just out there, that people are getting smart and people are unbanking themselves. Why do we need these freaking perverted, twisted, disgusting institutions that are paying us nothing? Oh, they charge you 30% on credit cards, whatever it might be these days. I don't have one, so I don't even know. But people are paying exorbitant. Excuse me. Man, I am going to get into a fight. Why do we need them? We don't need them. All right, we got each other anyway. So this is something else I'm going to relay to you that you knew about. So manufacturing, factory activity, it has been in contraction for years, okay? The U.S. economy is not growing. The U.S. economy, along with the rest of the world, is contracting at its fastest pace ever. And as a percentage of GDP, we've never seen anything even remotely like this before. I mean, this takes the cake and then some. Okay, but we're doing great. We're fantastic. You know we are, because that's what they're telling you. But the ISM Manufacturing Index continues its track into contraction. All right, and imagine my surprise. None of you are surprised. You see, we're laughing, right, Jake? We're laughing. We're all laughing. Anyway, it's just incredible how this is playing out. And look what I wrote. I'm just scribbling stuff. Lies. That's all this is. Anyway, let's go back to this market just real quick. Crude oil is skyrocketing. We hit $86 a barrel today. $86 a barrel, blasted right past its recent high of 84. Imagine my shock. Imagine your shock. You and I, okay, we've been doing a blow by blow on crude since $67 all the way up to 84, the pullback that you and I outlined, I mean, to the freaking letter pretty much, and now where we're going. But again, it's not about the price of crude oil. Although, again, you know how this works. Crude oil, higher crude, the energy sector loves it. The financial sector loves it. It boosts up the market here. More distortions, more insanity here in a market that is just, out there in space. But this comes down to what you and I, how it's going to affect our lives, okay? You're going to go to the store, prices are going to go higher and higher. What did we just find out? I mean, out of their own mouth, they're admitting that year over year inflation continues to rise. Now, with that, you got energy prices, which we've been talking about since I don't know how freaking long, going to go much, much higher. You think that's going to play out very well for everyone? Do you think this is also by accident too? Honestly, this is just a coincidence that this all just happens to be coming together at the same time? I don't think so. I think every single one of you get it. Every single one of you know what's happening and why. So freaking believable. Anyway, the stock market, the Dow put on a slight gain. The S&P 500 basically flat. The NASDAQ, I think, actually finished slightly in the negative. The 10-year yield continues to rise. Okay, on the back of this news that we haven't seen ever in history about the 10-year yield. This is a sell-off that's been going on for 3 years. This is where no man or woman has ever gone before, but everything is okay. It's all good. Don't you worry about it. I mean, people, we need to be obviously preparing ourselves for what's coming down here. Expect this. Expect a few things. And let me hear from you. Do you think I'm wrong in saying that you and I should expect more lies, more propaganda, more distractions, more deceptions, more whatever the freak they want to throw at us? Do any of you think I am wrong here? Or are we going to see more? Are we just going to miraculously wake up one day and everything's just going to be completely normal? No, we are so far from anything that even resembles normal. It's just completely out there. Cryptocurrencies pretty much across the board got hit. Gold finished flat, right? Silver got hit today. Gold finished relatively flat. Silver fell under pressure. The real story, again, is crude oil. Look, are you watching the relative strength of the dollar as well? Well, we're getting this tick higher with the relative strength of the dollar. That's playing in, obviously, to risk in this market. As I said, the MMRI, I believe it's around 270. Maybe one of you want to check it for me. I think that's where we're at. I think we were over 270 at one point today. So, it's interesting. We were over 280 with the Mannarino market risk indicator. We fell down to like 265, 270, right? Thanks, Giorada, 271. And, now we're marching back up here. Risk in this market is in our face. Risk in this market, look, I'm going to tell you this again, okay? And many of you are going to think I'm out of my freaking mind by saying this, but you need to stay long for now. If you're in this market, you need to be in it for now, because I still don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. Yes, MMRI is crawling higher here, and we've seen what happened. Do you realize how we nailed this to the wall? MMRI crosses 250. This market's been basically down for an entire month since the MMRI crossed 250. Now they're trying to prop it back up. I think they're going to. Again, this is a presidential selection cycle. They got most of the brain dead, and I mean brain dead people that are surrounding you. Okay, they think everything is just fine and lovely and beautiful. Meanwhile, they can't make ends meet. They're in debt beyond their eyeballs. This is a successful country. We're doing fantastic. The rest of the world's laughing at us, and the rest of the world is just as bad or worse off than we are too. My European friends are getting killed. They're getting killed. I hear from them every freaking day. They're like, Greg, you think it's bad over there? You got to come over here. You got to come over here. Yeah, Michael Burry, his timing was pretty amazing on this here. I'm talking to Bob here, Bob Kozak. Yeah, he must have made a lot of money with this. He's watching risk in this market, and I haven't heard from the guy. I would be willing to bet he thinks that this market's going to fall a lot further, and it absolutely could. It absolutely could. I just don't think they're done yet. I just don't. I think the market right now, if you can see how the market is reacting, okay, off of the news out of China that they're going to start stimulating and lowering rates, the market is saying, okay, well, China is doing that. Now, the United States, we will probably do it as well. And why? Why? Let me ask you this. We're all on the same page. We all pretty much think the same. Why does the market believe? Let's think about it. Okay, it's always about analyzing things. I love to analyze everything. The market is hearing round after round after round after round after round of bad economic news. Even today, with this revision of this June jobs report from 185,000 to 105,000 to the market, this is sending a signal. Okay, the bad economic news doesn't stop. So what it means to this freak show of a market is, hey, you know what? The Fed is going to cut rates sooner than later. The Fed is going to stimulate more. So again, boom, cash makes its way into risk assets or the stock market. Do you see how it works? This is why people have asked me for years, and it should be clear. Why is it, Greg, that the economic news is bad and the market keeps going up? Well, there you go. Because the worse the economy is, the more that this freak show market or the participants in the freak show market, I guess I'm one of them because I'm saying to stay long this market, believes that the Fed's going to do more because the economy is in free fall. The economy is in free fall faster, and it's accelerating, and it's accelerating as another phenomenon is also occurring. What is this phenomenon, people? Why don't you tell me? It's exploding global debt, and it's not going to stop. You understand? None of it, people. We let me just see what else I wrote here. I was just I'm writing stuff down all day, little things, and I sometimes I can't even read my own freaking handwriting. It's unbelievable. I don't know. Hey, this is from just yesterday. Remember this here? New inflation report. I'll give you one guess as to what it says. Well, it's rising. No one cares. Personal consumption expenditures, inflation report, key measure ticks higher. I mean, make this stuff up. Lady Sue, thank you. Make any of this stuff up, people. We're living in really very interesting times. It is it's crazy, but we got each other, and that's what matters to me. And speaking of that, I want to thank all of you who do support my work on the first of the month. Every month I always ask for your support. Some people take exception to this. Greg, why are you asking for? Because I'm working my butt off out here. If you think I'm doing a good job, I appreciate your support. $5 a month is all I ask for. There's several links down below in this description of this video. You can click on one of them. You can even send me cryptocurrencies. You can use this super chat. I really do appreciate it from all of you, honestly. Anyway, that's kind of where we stand. So what I want to do, so I don't get in trouble before this video gets too long, you want me to cover some questions for you? Now's your chance, okay? Because like I said, people yell at me all the time. Greg, you're not answering my question. Who wins when the Fed and if they jump off? Look, man, we're all losing here. We're all losing, and we're going to continue to lose. All right. There's no revolt. There's no revolution. People don't care. I mean, they don't care at all. They get lied to repeatedly. People are so used to being lied to. You have to understand human nature. Okay. From the moment you were born, the lies started to come about all kinds of things. You're so used to hearing it that when you generally what happens when people are told a little bit of the truth is they get angry. They can't handle it. It's just a phenomenon that's bred into us from the moment we take our first breath. Thank you, Peter. You understand? So we're all losing here. And this is how the system is designed. It's designed for us to lose. It's designed for us to struggle through this year. This is why we got to make sense of what's going on. We got to put our heads in the right spot. We got to put our heads together. This way, this is a family. This is a global family that we have here, and I'm very proud to to be a part of it. It's really the truth. Anyway, thank you, Rod. I appreciate that too. I really so much. Rotting fish face. What is that? Oh my God. Women want to be lied to. Dude, everyone wants to be lied to. Come on, man. Not you and me. Not you and me. We want the truth and we get angry. You see, we have the opposite effect. Most people get angry when they're told the truth. They can't handle it. They just can't handle the freaking truth. What is that? Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. People can't handle it. You tell them the truth, they freak out. You tell them a lie and they're like, they love it. You tell them they've been lied to and they still don't care. They just don't care. Anyway, it's just nuts, man. It's absolutely freaking crazy. But what are you going to do? I mean, it's the way of the world these days. It's just a world that's so used to the deceptions, the lies, all the crap that goes on here. All right. Anyway, I don't know what else I can tell you, people. Thank you for those thumbs up. We're up to almost 500. I greatly appreciate that. I appreciate all of you so much. Now, listen, this market here is closed on Monday, Labor Day. So you will not see me until Monday. I will do a markets a look ahead, but I'm going to take off tomorrow and I'm going to take off tomorrow being Saturday and Sunday. I need a break here. This stuff. Thank you, Magic Week. I want people to like this video. Those thumbs up are so freaking important here. They really, really are. That's another thing, just real quick. A lot of you got in on the crude oil, moving higher, and we've tracked this. And, I've heard from a bunch of you who said, hey, Greg, thank you because I made X amount of dollars. But I haven't heard from one person yet, who said they paid it forward. And that bothers me. That bothers me. Okay. If you've made money off this move in crude oil that we watched and we called right here, and again, at least 5 of you have written to me about this. I really hope you take a tiny bit of it, just a little bit, and pay it forward. Donate whatever to a charity that you believe in. Not that I believe in, that you believe in. Something you want to support. We have to pay it forward. If you don't pay it forward, believe me, we're all going to suffer. We're all going to suffer, man. Greg, if the Fed pulls the plug on debt, won't they kill the petrodollar themselves? Look, I think what they're going to do here, and I've covered this a million times, the petrodollar is going to be defended, period. No matter what system they have. They're taking down this system. This system is currently being dismantled piece by piece, okay? Maybe even brick by brick. You get what I'm talking about here? I'm not sure that with the inception of the Federal Reserve and the United States dollar becoming the world reserve, that they counted on the situation that they're facing now with the BRICS nations. Thank you, Perry. I really appreciate this. Okay. This BRICS nations alliance here, I really myself didn't give it that much attention until I really started to think about what's going on here. The fact, and we've covered this lately, I want you to think about this, that these energy producing oil rich nations now want in on that. That's a problem. That's a problem that I really don't know that the Federal Reserve, let's say in this case, foresaw coming. You understand? So this to me clearly means that we could lead to a conflict on a global. We're already at war. People always say, "Oh, Greg, there's not going to be a war." We're at war. We are clearly in a war. We're funding. We are funding this war, this Ukraine-Russia war, hundreds of the billions of dollars. You tell me we're not involved in that war? You say we're not? Really? Honestly, a lot of you are telling me we're not involved in this war. We are funding it. Okay, you're funding it. A nation that we're the most indebted nation in the history of the world. We can't even fund ourselves, but we're funding this war. Did you see where I'm going with this? Do you see what I'm talking about? Anyway, it should be pretty obvious. Yes, Scott, I think you're 100% right. We are clearly running out of allies. We are, the United States is, look, you have to understand a couple of things. You got the Bank of England, you got the European Central Bank, and you got the Federal Reserve. Okay, these are our dictators. Okay, and they're destroying the world as we know it by design. Clearly, that's what's happening here. These institutions are the enemy of the highest possible order. They control everything, people. They control everything, even the flow of information. Okay, so when you turn on the TV and you're hearing the propaganda and they parade out some nice looking young man in a seat or some whatever they do, understand what they're doing. These people are out there trying to convince you of something that they know is not true. Okay, it's all a lie, and everything is just the way it's going. And this is, again, go back to the video that I did, the last videos of last year. I said the theme for this year was going to be more lies, more distractions, and more propaganda. And that's exactly where we are now. Can anyone here deny that that's not what's happening? Totally is. All right, people. This guy loves you all from the heart. Again, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. Those thumbs up. I wish if we could hit 800 by the time I get out of here, I'd be really happy. It doesn't look like we're going to make it today, though, I'll be honest with you. But we're doing okay anyway. We're getting our word out there. This is we're taking action. We're doing so. We're not just sitting here blabbing around doing nothing. Okay, we're taking action. Every single one of us here understands what's happening. All of you do, more so than anybody. That's really the truth. No, Jake, you're the best. I am. I'm just a guy out here with a little bit of an attitude. Just trying to lay out what at least what I believe to be true. Okay, doesn't mean it is. All right. I want all of you to make up your own minds when we discuss things here. It's important for you all to come up with your own conclusion. You understand? Greg is right. Greg is wrong. Greg is, whatever just forget about that. Think about what this means for you. Okay. I will see all of you, as I said. No, Helen, you're amazing. I'm not amazing. I'm just a guy, like I said, with a little bit of an attitude, trying to put things together in a kind of a simple way that people would can relate to. And it's really what it's all about. Mastermind, thank you. Today's your birthday. I should be giving you $9.99. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Happy birthday, everybody. You're so awesome, all of you. Thank you all. I mean, everybody here. You're all so fantastic. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. Happy birthday, Alan Greenspan. You got one coming up here. Anything else that you guys want to cover before we call it here? I'll wait another minute here. All right. It looks like we're Jerome Powell. My thoughts on Teldar paper. I think we should dump it. How's that? That's exactly what I think. Anyway, all right. Look, this is pretty much it, people. Again, thank you again. I'll see all of you Monday for my markets to look ahead. I'll get Coco out here again. I promise. Thank you, the spiritual capitalist. I appreciate you too. And Alan Greenspan, if we can make that happen, I would change the world. I'd probably end up dead, but I would try my hardest. I can promise you that. Blue Star Airlines. All right, everyone. I'm out here. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. You ready? Let's do this. Let's do what we always do. Love each other. care about each other, be charitable. I'll see you Monday. All right. That's all.